The Harlem Renaissance, a cultural revolution. Welcome back to Time Frame, where we explore pivotal moments in history that have shaped our world. Today, we're diving into the Harlem Renaissance, a cultural revolution that transformed the landscape of art, literature, and music in America during the early 20th century. The Harlem Renaissance was not just a moment in time. It was a powerful movement that emerged from the vibrant neighborhood of Harlem in New York City. In the aftermath of World War I, a wave of African-American migration swept from the rural South to the urban North. This migration brought new energy, creativity, and a desire for self-expression that would lead to a flourishing of culture unlike anything seen before. As we explore this fascinating era, it's important to understand the context in which it arose. The early 20th century was marked by racial discrimination and segregation. African Americans faced countless challenges, but within this oppressive atmosphere, a sense of pride and identity began to take root. The Harlem Renaissance became a platform for Black voices to rise, share their stories, and celebrate their heritage. Among the many artists and intellectuals who emerged during this time, figures like Langston Hughes, Zora Neale Hurston, and Claude McKay became icons of the movement. Their works celebrated African American life, addressing themes of racial pride, social justice, and the quest for equality. Through poetry, novels, and essays, they captured the struggles and triumphs of their communities, inspiring future generations. Music also played a significant role in the Harlem Renaissance. Jazz and blues became the soundtrack of the era, with legends like Duke Ellington, Louis Armstrong, and Bessie Smith leading the charge. These musical forms not only entertained, but also conveyed the deep emotions and experiences of African Americans. Jazz clubs and speakeasies filled the streets of Harlem, creating an atmosphere of joy and liberation. Visual arts flourished as well during this cultural revolution. Artists like Aaron Douglas and Archibald Motley used their brushes to depict the vibrant life of African American communities, challenging stereotypes and portraying a rich cultural heritage. Their works celebrated the beauty of Black identity and laid the groundwork for future artistic movements. The Harlem Renaissance was more than just an artistic movement. It was a call for social change. Organizations like the NAACP and the National Urban League sought to address the injustices faced by African Americans and worked tirelessly to promote civil rights. The Renaissance sparked conversations about race, identity, and equality that continue to resonate today. As the movement progressed, it reached a broader audience, influencing not just African Americans but also white artists and thinkers. The cultural exchange that occurred during this time helped to break down racial barriers and fostered a greater appreciation for African American culture in mainstream society. However, as the 1930s approached, the Harlem Renaissance began to wane. The Great Depression brought economic hardships that affected artists and their communities. Yet, the legacy of this cultural revolution lived on, paving the way for future movements in art, music, and civil rights. The voices that emerged during the Harlem Renaissance continue to inspire and resonate, reminding us of the power of creativity in the face of adversity. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the Harlem Renaissance, a remarkable chapter in history that reminds us of the importance of culture and identity. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Time Frame for more explorations into the moments that have shaped our world. We appreciate your support and look forward to seeing you next time.